Good morning. Welcome to Narayana Live Classes. Today we are going to discuss assignment number 5 and the topic respiration in organisms. Let us discuss one by one question. The first question here, how do gills help a fish to breathe? So we know that the fish respiratory organs are, fishes are having that respiratory organs gills. Okay. So this kind of respiration, as we can call it as branchial respiration. Branchial respiration. So what happens in this, when fishes opens its mouth, it will drawn that water into that of mouth cavity, oral cavity, so that it will reaches that gills. So how it will be reaches and utilizes to that of all the parts of the body. There itself, the flap like structures we can see that as which is moving over there. Okay, and the next one is along with that, through that gills itself, it just sends out the excess of the water. So when it is opens its mouth, the oral cavity which is lowers that a mouth, and when it is closes, as it can be able to go to that of gill pouches itself. So this is what the mechanism, as we can see in the fishes especially, they can easily absorb that dissolved oxygen in the water. So here first, fish opens mouth, so immediately water drawn into oral cavity. So what do we can see that then it just reaches that gills. Okay, so then it just go to that of gill pouches itself. So if you see that, as you can see like this way, the gill pouches, so the oral cavity which is like this way. So when it reaches that, it just go to the top gill pouches and the gill openings will be there. The excess of water it just sends outside, and the remaining it will be utilizes to the top here to all the body parts. So this is what the mechanism, as it just undergoes when it is in the respiration process. So this is what about the fish's respiration. Let us go for that of next question. The next question is, how does the frog respire under the soil? This is what the animal, as we can call it as amphibian. So what do we can call this animal is amphibian. So amphibians which can able to survive both in the water and on the land. So where this animal, we can see that it will be sleep that during the 2 periods which is called as estivation and hibernation. We can call that summer sleep. Summer sleep is estivation, and the winter sleep is called hibernation. What this frog will do, that when it is on the land, it just uses that lungs. Okay, so when it is on the land, it just uses that its lungs for the respiration. When comes to the toe, when it is in the water, it just uses its skin itself for the respiration. So when the baby frog, it just also used just like as a small fishes. So here in water, where the tadpole stage, tadpole is a baby frog. Okay, at that time it will be utilizes that gills as their respiratory organs. So how does the frog respire under the soil is through the of skin itself. Okay, so how does it will be respire in the soil, especially when it is in the summer season, it just burrows that soil and keep like asleep in that soil itself. So in that time, as it can able to respire through the of its skin. Okay, so that is what here the answer. How does a frog respire under the soil is by that of a skin. Okay, so let us go for that of next question. The next question is here, how does exchange of gases occurs in the cockroaches? Insects, as we can see, especially in the cockroach. So we can call this the cockroach respiration tracheal respiration. Tracheal respiration. So this trachea, which is consisting of that, so this is not having that blood vessels and all. So the trachea, which is consisting of that is small pores, external pores, we can call this pores are, okay, these pores are spiracles. Spiracles. So by this openings, as it just enters into the top, the air enters into the top tracheal system, there itself it just reaches to the top all the parts of the body. So through the top trachea, as it just sends that all the exchanging of this all the gases to all the parts of that insect, cockroach. Okay, so the spiracles here, it is very important here. The spiracles that will be absorbs that through the external pores, as through the top trachea it can able to send that to all the parts of the body. Okay, so this is what about this how does the exchange of gases occurs in the cockroaches. So let us go for the next question. The next question is, how do earthworm respire? So respiration in the earthworm, we can call it as through skin, and this respiration we can call it as cutaneous respiration. So overall that all the body it is having that small pores. Through this small pores it can able to respire, where it just needs that the moisture condition, where it cannot able to survive in the dry condition. So it will be through that skin only it can able to respire. Let us go for that of next question. The next question, how does a baby frog breathe? As we have discussed in the frog question, that is here baby frog we can call it as tadpole. So this will be just like as a small fishes. So how do these organisms will be respire is by the gills itself. We can call it as a branchial respiration. So try to understand that bronchial it is different from that of a branchial respiration. Okay, so these small fishes like organisms, tadpoles, which will be just able to after metamorphism, it just able to develop that a adult frog. So this is what the baby frog, how do these will be respire by the gills itself. So this is what the answer. So that's all for this assignment. Thank you.